Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to our grief series. Wherever you are in the world, I hope this finds you peaceful. I hope this finds you believing that on the other side of your grief, of your experience of losing a loved one, of dealing with the change of the job, relationship, of dealing with your personal, intimate, and private grief, there is release, there is relief, joy even. That's why we have this series for you, because I know you have been waiting for support. You've been telling me in the DMs you are so self-aware and driven that you are committed to healing yourself from the inside. Because I know you have tried all the external things, right? The journaling, therapy even, like some of my clients, maybe even meditation and yoga, and all of that is helpful. It's meditative. But when you have the inner resources to guide you, to help you move through all the varied emotions and the volume of those emotions, you are able to move through the resistance that you may come up against. That's why we have this series, the grief series. Today, we are talking about healing the grieving body. Healing the grieving body. My name is Wen. I am your intuitive healing coach, your confidence coach, and I'm sharing some of the work that I helped my VIP client with this weekend in our session here in Miami, our 3-day session. Welcome, my loves. So grateful to have you here. Lovely to see you. Sharing some of the work I did with my VIP clients in today's part 2 of the 4-part series, grief series. Today we're talking about healing the grieving body. Make sure you come back on Thursday, Friday. We go deeper. I wrote a post today on Instagram. It's entitled Coping with Grief. Coping with Grief, and it goes into more details of the work that I did with my client. But today I wanted to zero in on one aspect of that VIP weekend we had together. First thing, remember this, my loves. There is no proper way to grieve. Okay? There is no correct way to grieve. There ain't nothing named so. You are closely connected, intimately connected with your relationship with the person you have lost, your loving, beloved. You are deeply connected to that relationship that you still have, but it's a different type of relationship. So that's why I say there is no proper way to grieve, because that almost seems to disrespect your unique rhythm of being, of thinking, of moving through life. There is no proper way. So everything that I share with you, and that's why I do these VIP retreats and one-on-one work, because everyone is unique. This is not a group program, an opportunity to sprinkle group knowledge. This is intimate, private, tailored training, tailored healing. So that's the first thing. There is no way that anybody can tell you, follow this formula that the internet streets say you must do, and ta-da, you're gonna heal your grief. All right, my loves, remember this. Yesterday we talked about scheduling grief, scheduling moments to grief, scheduling time to check in, because life does not wait and accommodate our need to grieve. You have a meeting, there's something you see in the street, something you smell, a song you may hear, the grief comes up for you. So really focusing on checking in with yourself. When you do that, you collect all the emotions you're feeling, the thoughts that are running through your mind. You just collect them. As I said yesterday, go look at the training. You collect them in your journal, you collect them in your mind, because we're going to come back and work them out. Yes, my loves, we work them out because that grief is living in your body. Yes, and remember this. Your body tells the truth about the secrets you keep. Your body tells the truth about the secrets that you keep. The body keeps all those secrets. So even on the outside, when we are walking through life and it looks like we have our stuff together, we're dressed well, our hair is done, makeup's done, and we are hurting on the inside, we can't lie to ourselves, my love. That's why we're talking about healing the grieving body. So first thing we do, we're going to get into it right now. Healing the grieving body encompasses healing the grieving mind. They're both connected because our thoughts create a reality that's connected to the way we feel. Our thoughts create a reality that's connected to the way we feel, and over time, believe it or not, the way we feel supersedes and overrides our thoughts. Think about it, my love. When you are hungry, when you are craving that ice cream, you know what I'm talking about. Do you think about it? No. Your body just directs your mind, because over time your body has learned that it has power over your thinking mind. How you feel has power. Your cravings, how you feel, that's the craving. Same thing when you're healing. So that's the two of them are connected. First thing. Okay, if this is landing for you, let me know in the comments, my love. Put a 1 in the comments. So that's the first thing we have to do. Connect those two. Because as you grieve, many thoughts will come up for you. Many thoughts of punishment, guilt, shame, of regret, of longing, of missing the person that you have lost. All of that will come up for you. And all of those thoughts are connected. All those thoughts are connected to a feeling. Yes. Every single thought has a companion, has a partner in crime called a feeling. Think about it. When you're angry, it's a thought. Is the feeling the same when you're angry as the feeling you feel when you feel love? No. Different emotions. So thoughts are connected to feelings, and all those feelings are energy. Your feelings are energy. So that's what we're trying to heal. The feelings of grief, loss, hurt, betrayal, resentment, guilt, shame, even hurt, angry of your loved one for passing or for leaving you, angry at your loved one for being sick. All of that are what we call survival emotions. Survival emotions are negative emotions because they keep you stuck with that pain in your body. Some of my clients tell me they feel the stress in their neck, in their chest, the burning in their stomach, in their racing breath, and their bodies just feel hot. You may have experienced some of these symptoms of grief in different ways, of not being able to sleep. All of that is your nervous system working overtime to keep you feeling protected, to keep you feeling like you are doing all the things to distract yourself by having that racing heart, by having that wandering mind, by having that heartburn. It's trying to distract you from attending to what lies beneath. The feelings of grief. Lovely to have you here. Your thoughts are connected to your feelings, and the feelings are connected to the energy, which is the grief we're going to move out. So my loves, lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining us tonight as we continue the grief series. We're talking about healing the grieving body. So the first thing we have to remember, as grief is moving through you, and I saw it with my client this weekend in my VIP retreat with her one-on-one, the energy, the nervous system is on overload. Anxiety is making you do this dance, pacing back and forth, having your mind tell you all the things. You should have done this, you should have done that. And it's almost like you're running a marathon, but you're not going anywhere. You're just running in place. You're running in place. So you're feeling all of this and all this heightened emotion, and you're up, and you can't sit still, and you're nervous and you're fidgety. This is what I invite you to do. Step number 1. Step number 1 is to ground your energy. Ground that nervous energy that's bringing you up, and keeping you busy and keeping you distracted, keeping you checking your phone to make sure you're getting everybody's updated on what's happening with your loved one, checking to see what the doctor has said, being in the on the ready with your car keys ready to go to the hospital. We want to ground you in an energy that is not chaotic or stressful. You want to be grounded in an energy that is calming. This may sound difficult and foreign and impossible, but it's not, my loves. Because to be grounded in that energy, it requires stillness. Stillness meaning, like I'm sitting right here, the space is quiet, it's a quiet place. Stillness. So I invite you in these moments, find a quiet place. It could be in your car, it could be away from, it should be away from your telephone, meaning you have it on Do Not Disturb, away from your work, your desk. If you have to be at work, then close all those browsers, close down the Teams and the Microsoft and all this thing, because you want to quiet your mind. And when you hear the ping, ping, ping of your phone, your mobile notification, your computer notification, it's not helpful for you to get quiet and still. That's how you ground yourself. So first, remove all the distraction to help you to ground yourself. Next, now that it's quiet and you're feeling calm, we invite breath, slow, deep breathing in and out. In for 4, out for 5 through your nose. You do that until even one breath, my loves, sometimes one of that series, in for 4, out for 5 is enough to ground you. So maybe before you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this, and you're talking so quickly, and you're doing this, and you're touching your hair, and you're moving around and fidgeting. Once you do that, you'll find you're a little bit settled. You're calmer, you're speaking slower. That's grounding. So we ground ourselves, ground the energy. And as you take that slow, deep breath, my loves, you're forcing yourself not to invite more wandering, intrusive, harmful thoughts, because it will be counterproductive. If you're thinking all the stressful thoughts and you're trying to breathe slowly, but you're so distracted with your mind, it's not going to be helpful. And it's practice, my loves. It takes time, but you can absolutely do it. Even if it's one breath over a period of 2 weeks, that's okay. Tiny steps matter. So that's the first thing. And the second thing, so ground yourself, quiet place. Second, breathing slowly in and out. And next thing, my loves, we're getting closer. Now we're going to really reflect and tap into our truth by asking ourselves, what are the thoughts that I collected? As I mentioned in part 1, the thoughts that I collected during my check-in, the things that were coming up in my meeting, when I was speaking to my boss, when I was having a meal, some thought was running around in your mind and telling you something. Go to each of those thoughts and you say, what is the thing that I am thinking? Each of those thoughts are connected to a condition that's happening right now. Example with my client. So my client's father is ailing, is dying, real time right now. It's very sad. Okay? So that is an absolute circumstance. That's a fact that's immutable. There is no emotion attached to the circumstance. Usually it's just saying, this is a maroon blouse. My hair is black. It's very clear, very neutral. So that's the condition. That's the circumstance, the condition that we have right now. Then the thought she's having is, what? I'm going to miss my father. My father is leaving me. Those are the thoughts. Each one of those thoughts is connected to a feeling. The feeling of feeling missing the father. So when she feels this missing of the father, she feels a pain where? You ask yourself this, in her stomach, one of the places in her stomach. So that's where the hurt lived, inside her stomach. Where does your hurt live, my loves? Tell us in the comments if you're welcome to do that, or you can share, send me a message. Where does your hurt live? So let's make sure we recap, because this is lots of information. First, get grounded. Get to the breathing. Then we get to the truth of the feeling. After we say, what's your circumstance? What is the thought? What is the feeling? And where does it live? And that's where you start to heal the grieving body. Because let me tell you this, as you grieve, you may think the feeling you have that comes up, my client, for example, in her gut, in her stomach, and she's not able to eat as she normally would, that feeling is usually compacted and compounded by other feelings that may or may not be connected to the grief. Other feel lower back and shoulders, my loves. Lower back, you said it. Thank you for sharing. Other feelings may be connected to that grief because it's been living there for so long. So some of my clients, for example, are trauma survivors, as I am, childhood trauma survivor. And so there are a series of layers of emotions, of feelings that live in different places of our body. And can I tell you, every time we experience a life change, all of our truth, all of our history will show up right in front of our face. That's what was happening for my client. So although she was feeling grief for the possibility of losing her father, who is terminally ill, there are other emotions underneath that. There was blame, there was shame, there was regret, there was denial, there was feelings of abandonment. There were all these other emotions that were living there, and they were waiting for her to speak their name. They were waiting for her to see them, acknowledge them, forgive them for the role in which they were cast. Because many of us, including my clients, including myself in my healing journey back in the day, we would think that it is a bad thing that we are angry, that we are feeling betrayed by our loved one for leaving us, that we are feeling hurt. All your emotions are messages that help you elevate, that help you heal. But the moment you believe that the emotions and the messages that you're getting are bad, are wrong, are harmful, that training of your mind presents a thought that says what? You are bad, you are harming yourself, you are all the negative things. No. All your emotions create the person you are. All your emotions have a job to do. They are working in your favor. That's how God, your Allah, your Buddha, Jehovah, nature, the source of life, communicates with you. That's a divine intelligence. Let's say it again. That's a divine intelligence there to serve you. Because underneath that grief, that betrayal, that hurt, believe it or not, my loves, eventually you will uncover peace. But behind the door of grief, of pain, maybe 6 layers down, eventually there is relief and peace, but you have to move through each one at a pace that you can handle emotionally. Because healing is not lickety-split. It's not like magic. It doesn't work like that. Why? Because we're all unique. There are many other things going on in our lives. And sometimes we are so close to healing, to touching the truth, under the truth, that we are terrified, scared, cannot imagine our lives could be anything other than what it is. Maybe chaotic, stressful, maybe too intense for us to touch the thing that's so close to us, which is ultimately peace. But first we have to believe that we are worthy of receiving that relief. Let's get back to number 3. We said we're going to call out all the feelings, find out where they live, we give them the name, and we speak to them. Because we're loving ourselves. I feel my stomach is telling me something. This is what you have to say to yourself. Information that will help me heal. Teach me. Let's call the feeling. Let's call the name. Teach me anger. Teach me what I need to know. Help me get you up, and out of my system so that I can be free to get to the next layer. And each emotion, my love, requires sometimes different modes, different ways of getting them out of your body for different people. So that's why I have the one-on-one sessions, my love. Some emotions require you to get absolutely physical with your body to move out that emotion, So of course I do the vibrational work and some other teaching methods that I have in my customized session. But some emotions require you to shout it out. If you're feeling angry, shout it out. If you need to go boxing, if you need to do something rigorous to help you move out that energy, it's okay. You should absolutely do that. If you need to find your favorite song and dance it out, go on and dance it out. Every escape route, every path out of your system that energy travels is unique to you, unique to your way of moving through the hurt and the negative energy. But always remember this. First, we get clear on the thoughts that's driving and living and fueling that energy, my loves. So after we have dealt with moving out that energy, that negative energies out of our system, slowly and surely you will train yourself in the feelings of what's left under that feeling of energy, feeling of love, of peace. Because if you are not renewed in the feeling of love and peace, you will resort to what you have always known and done. Feeling angry, betrayed, let down, lost, yearning for your loved one. So that's why we invite the activation and the sustaining feeling of gratitude, love for that lost one, for that loved one who still lives within you and the kindness and the compassion you share with the world. If this is landing for you, put a 1 in the comments, my love. Put a 1 in the comments if it's landing for you. So after and while we're healing, we're touching the different parts of our body, calling up the negative energy and bringing it up, and out. Remember what I said on the top, my loves. Your thoughts are connected to your feelings that we're trying to move out of your body. And so if, for example, you only do the breathing exercise I told you on the top, but your intention is focused on healing, your attention is focused on healing and doing the practices daily, you will eventually shift that hurt from the lower back, from your shoulders, from your stomach. And this is the loving you give yourself every single day, at least once per day. That's how you move through this, my love. Each emotion requires its own unique escape route. Let's call it that. That's the negative emotion. And then we invite the love and the gratitude into ourselves, and we get the support and gratitude that we need. My loves, I hope this has landed for you. I hope this is helping you. And if it is, let me know. Send me a message. Send me a message and stick around, because I'd like to share with you something that may help you and give you that support you have been waiting for. Because I know you have been trying so many different ways, and you may have thought you have dealt with your grief, as many people have been telling me, but something happens in life that brings it up. Because life doesn't wait for us to heal. Life keeps turning and turning and turning, and we may not be able to have a sick time or take sick time from work to heal and attend to our families and our friends and our loved ones who are dealing with grief. We may not have the space within our day to take care of ourselves as we grieve. That's why we have the series, and that's why I invite you to apply to the one-on-one private coaching session with me, or perhaps you're interested in the VIP, which is a more condensed one-on-one intimate retreat with us. We're going to meet together where we get very clear on where you are in the stage of your grief. We understand what your goals are in your grieving process, because again, you, my loves, are the expert of your life, and you know your truth in a way that nobody else would know. So we tap into your goals and we create a plan to get you to that sweet relief, to get you through that sweet peace that you deserve inside yourself. Because I know you are looking for your forever home inside yourself, where you once had it with your loved one. You can get that, my love. You can get there. You can absolutely get there. So that's why I invite you to apply to my one-on-one private coaching program or my VIP session. The link is in the bio here on Instagram, on Facebook, if you're looking at this on Facebook. And with that application, after you applied, we can schedule a one-on-one complimentary strategy call where we do all that pre-work. We get clear on where you are, where you need to go, and we develop a plan. So you already get coaching, loving support, even before you enter the VIP session, because I know I know how difficult it is to move through grief, feeling that you are alone, feeling like you do not have the support. That's why this weekend with my VIP client, I was able to help her move through the exercises that I stepped through with you on a much deeper level. On a much deeper level, and she's been working with me for a long time, so I understood the layers of transition she has been throughout her stages of her life that informed the way her blind spots were showing up. Because, my love, we may not realize subconsciously we think, behave, and act and believe a certain way based on these blind spots. Yes, my loves. We automatically go to a place where we're living in chaos, living in regret, blaming ourselves to the point where it's almost like our brain is saying, wait a minute, I need to rest. Wait a minute, I need to rest. And that's what happens when we forget maybe even our password for a computer in that state of chaos. So that's why we did all that grounding work, the breath work, from the moment I collected her at the airport all the way through. And there were moments of silence, because in those moments of silence is when you give yourself a chance to get grounded. Yes. If this is landing for you, let me know. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that it is, my love. I'm so grateful that it is, because we are not meant to hurt. We are not meant to hurt forever, ever, and a day. We are meant to do exactly what my client is doing right now. She has all the tools at the ready, all the tools at the ready to invite inner peace, all the tools at the ready to remove that energy if she doesn't have, hey, come on in here, if she doesn't have an hour, if she only has 5 minutes. My client now from our VIP session has the tools to quickly shift out that negative energy I was mentioning to you and invite calm, invite gratitude, to remove the thing in your brain that says survival mode, survival mode. Now she has the tools that are ready, and she believes wholeheartedly that she deserves to celebrate that unique love that she still will have forever. That unending love she has with her loved one who is dealing with the illness, my loves. Because life is not about pain. Life is not about shame. It's not worthy. It's not useful. Yes, emotional hurt lodges in your body. It's emotion. Yes, it is emotional and physical pain. And you can walk it out. You absolutely can walk it out, my love, because we are not meant to hurt. Sorry, my loves. We are meant to love, to share. All right, my loves. I'm having a coughing spell. I apologize. I'll wrap this up now, but you're welcome to look at this live in the replay. Send me a message if you have any questions. I'm here to support you, always, always. And you deserve to have a peaceful night's rest, knowing that the love you share for your family, for your pet, is beautiful, beautiful, life-giving, and lives forever within you, in your actions, in the way you show up. Yes, in the way you stop and remember to love yourself. Yes, you said it. We are not meant to hurt. We are not meant to hurt. We were not made to hurt. We were made to love. But in the grieving, we may be tempted to punish ourselves, to beat up ourselves, to not take a moment to have a meal, to not take a moment to take a walk, to not take a moment to hold ourselves in our loving arms and say, oh, this is a tough time for you, but I know you are doing the best you can with all you have right now. I know you are trying your best. And this is what you tell yourself as you're going through your healing journey. You tell yourself, I see you. Be your own witness, my loves. Be your own witness, because sometimes that's all the hurt emotions we're feeling need. They're waiting to be seen. So that's why I said number 2 or number 3. You have to give the emotions you're feeling a name. Hurt, blame, shame, regret, loss, bitterness that you may feel towards your God, your deceased, your ailing loved one, your pet, whatever, the job you lost, whatever, even yourself, give it a name. Because in giving it a name, you really tap into the reality and the power and the energy that resides within your body, that resides within the feeling and the thought. Remember, they're all connected. So you hold yourself in your own loving arms and you witness all the incredible, powerful, unconditional love that your loved one would expect, hope, and invite you to gift yourself. We are not meant to hurt, we are meant to love. We are meant to feel easeful inside, and we are meant to hold all those emotions that make us who we are. You can hold grief and you can hold joy. They both make you who you are. Let's say it again. You, my love, have the capacity to hold grief. You do this every day. You take care of your work and you think about your child. You can do this, my love. You can hold grief and you can hold joy and hope. It takes practice, it takes time, it takes unconditional love and commitment to your moving forward in your healing journey. I'm here for you, my loves. Send me a message if you have any questions. Share this live with your friend. Send them this live, send them this series here on Facebook or on Instagram. Any questions, I'm here to support you. Always, my love. Always and forever. You deserve a life you never, ever want to run away from. Never, ever want to regret. Your loved one wants you to live truly now. I'm here for you.
Another video is waiting for you.
Bye-bye.
Check it out.
For being here.
Check it out now.